Alrighty guys, so today's gonna be a little bit of a different video. Today we're gonna be working on a friend of mine's Grand Prix. I believe it's a 2008 and she has a very leaky radiator and we're hoping it's just the radiator. She was losing coolant, but her radiator definitely looks tired when I looked at it yesterday. So I said, or the day before, I said go get a new radiator, I'll slap it in. So that's what we're gonna be doing today in today's video. Slapping a radiator and a Grand Marquis. I keep wanting to say Grand Marquis because of Crown Vics and stuff. Grand Prix. Totally different thing. So yeah, me and my cousin's about to go to my garage to grab some tools. And then we're gonna go to their house and start working on this thing. Alright, this is what we are working with today. An old Grand Prix. So yeah, the radiator is definitely tired. I don't know if you can y'all see it too well, but once we get it pulled out, you'll definitely see how beat up this radiator is. So yeah, it doesn't really be too bad. I watched a little bit of a video on it, and the guy that I watched the video on, he said this was his first time doing any kind of like big work on a car, and he said it wasn't bad. So shit, did a Crown Vics radiator not that long ago, so it can't be no worse. Got a little toolbox going on in the back of my truck. Stopped at the garage on the way here. Just got some tools that we may need just in case. Plenty of stuff here to do what we need to do today.
I'm sure.
So we gotta take out the core support bars. I believe on both sides.
Yeah.
Gotta take the battery out. Gotta take. I guess that's part of the motor mount.
It is, but there's two more underneath
on the bottom,
believe,
so it
yeah.
won't move. So you can just unbolt that and get that out of the way. I think the worst part is gonna be dealing with those old ass hose clamps you have to squeeze. Already got the braces out of the way, got the battery out of the way. I'm gonna start taking the fan out. Coolant's drained. So far everything's coming out pretty nicely. We got the fan out. Now we're just trying to figure out how to pop the radiator out.
Does the AC work in this?
We also got the
don't even have the compressor.
Got the old one out. Not as bad as I thought, but
It wasn't every.
Subarus
yeah,
always had
it's
glass
out.
transmission.
We put water in it before we put coolant in so we don't waste it. Just make sure nothing leaks. And after that, we're going to drain it back out and put actual coolant in it, and that should be it. She's going to start and see what happens.
It's not under pressure yet.
Okay.
That EGR valve, that thing.
Well, the top. That's what I said. That's what I said.
Look at that. That's a lot of bubbles.
But I checked the oil and it didn't go.
They kind of stabling out, but that's a lot of bubbles.
So there's a lot of bubbles coming out of the radiator cap, which some bubbles are not a big deal because it costs some air in after draining it all and replacing the radiator, but it's a lot of bubbles. Yeah, a little bit.
Turn the heater on full blast.
She's gonna turn the heater on full blast and see what happens. Alright, Destiny is going to take it for a ride around the neighborhood and see after it gets to full temperature and gets full pressure and see how it looks after. So they're going to keep watering it for a while until winter time. I'm going to come back and swap it out for them, but they're going to keep watering it for now just to make sure that everything's alright. But yeah, so far it looks good. The bubbles are still a little bit concerning, but hopefully it's not head gasket. I don't think it is because they would have known by now. But yeah, we're going to see if it's leaking when it comes back. Look underneath, make sure it's not leaking anymore. If it's not, then it's solid.
Big old crack.
Oh, is there a crack?
The big old crack right there.
Oh yeah.
Let's look underneath. Is it dry? Oh yeah, she's dry. She's dry and they found the crack.
This sucker. Oh, what am I stepping on? Look at that.
Yep, that's it right there.
Holy shit. That's the side it was coming out of too. Passenger side.
Woohoo! We diagnosed it.
Yep, there's the crack. I was wondering where it was leaking from because I didn't see anything wrong anywhere else. So a little bit of an overview. Took these out. These are basically the upper motor mounts. I had to take these out. The motor did pull back a little bit, but if you pull back, the motor pulls right back into place pretty easily. Had to get this out, get the battery out. Had to get this out, not all the way out the air box, got it out the way so we could pull the radiator out. Only had to take the upper hose off and move it out the way. Took the lower hose off and moved it out the way. Took the fans out. There's little clips for the transcooler lines they can pop out, not too bad. The worst part was trying to get the radiator separate from the AC condenser, because those clips were stuck on there. So we may have used zip ties and did some rigging to get it back together, but you know what? Sometimes it's better than OEM. Alrighty guys, picking this up a few days later. That radiator was a little tough, but it wasn't too bad. I know I didn't explain it too well or record the whole process because I was trying to figure it out because it's a Pontiac. I'm not used to working on Pontiacs. You know guys, you know where my heart's really at. Along with a little bit of Chevy. But yeah guys, that wasn't too bad. And if you do enjoy these type of videos where I go around working on others' cars or even my own, whatever, something like this, let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that fat thumbs up button. Make it nice and blue. And if you are new here, please hit that shiny red subscribe button. Just as shiny as my car. Pretty red as my car. Who doesn't love a red subscribe button? Especially when you click it, it makes that ding. I don't even think it does make a ding. I haven't subscribed to anything in a while. But yeah guys, I will see you guys in the next video.